What do you think, going back to sales leaders, what do you think they can be displaying or posting or commenting in order to make them look like an employer of choice, a sales leader that people want to work for?
So the first thing about that is anything you do, you need to be authentic, because you can't fake it, right? And that's the same, that's part of social selling. So if you're, don't create content or post stuff that isn't true, because what you're doing is just setting a facade up to be knocked down later. So be genuine, but if you're passionate about questioning, I've written articles and blogs and commented on, people, you see comments on sales, etc. There's plenty of sales groups, but things like LinkedIn, or you can go and look at the Association of Professional Sales, the Institute of Sales Management, who have memberships. And if you look on my profile, you'll see I'm a member of those organizations, and I proudly post that, and I will contribute to those organizations as a sales leader through offering up my content and doing webinars with them or partaking on panels. So if you want to go down that route, the more you can be seen as a thought leader or can give something back, it gives something back to you, right? The fact I have contributed and been on webinars and things, I can post and link that content to my profile, which gives me credence in the industry and allows people, and this does put you out there, but allows people, if they wish, to go and watch that content. So if they're going to meet me or come for an interview and be attracted, they go and say, I've had people come back and say, actually, well, I've come across you and seen some of your posts, and I've read some of your stuff you've posted, or seen your webinar or your video on YouTube, etc. You've linked to from the profile so they can find it easily. And I really thought it was really interesting, and it pushes them to want to engage with you as a human, because most salespeople, and I had this in my experience, I was coached by 3 sales leaders at the beginning who all had different skills, backgrounds and journeys, but I wanted to suck up information from them. I didn't want someone to say, go and read this book or go and just get on with it and learn on the job. I wanted someone to coach me, mentor me, and I still learn from people around me today, and I learn from people I employ, and people look for that. I've had, you mentioned, but I've had people very flatteringly say, during the interview process and get feedback of, they're really enjoying the conversation and they've learned stuff through the process already, and they can see that one of the values they'll get in joining your company is what they're going to learn from you as an individual to become better at themselves. And what you post on your profile is your brand, right? And what I would say to people is, you're not nurturing it. Well, my company doesn't do this or doesn't it. Right. Are you going to be with this company for life? Have you only ever worked for one company? No. Okay. Your personal brand you build goes with you wherever you go. So if you look at my LinkedIn profile, what's on there, and people have said to me it's quite extensive, I didn't sit and do all that when I first logged on and created it. I nurture it. Like you would a plant, I pour water on it. So as I move forward, if I get an accreditation or I do a webinar, I've created a bit of content, great, let's make sure I go and post it in there, put the right image, link. So now that becomes my master copy where everything is linked off from, that I can go and find stuff or route people to. So it becomes richer over time.
It's almost like a library information of you as a person, and how you've got to where you are today, and who's in what accreditations you've got, who's endorsed you. So just to recap where the things that we spoke about already then. So get a good photo, use something like Photo Feeler and get the real response of what people think it looks like a good photo. Be authentic. Make sure you display the ththings that you're proud of, such as membership organisations, accreditations, where you won awards, and start building and nurturing your profile so that, you're building up almost a resource bank of yourself as an individual.
And let me give it an additional simple one that people miss time and time again, is get recommendations, not the tick box ones, but get people to, and people have often said, well, I hadn't thought about that. It's like, really? That's the reference selling. That's the fundamental of sales, right? And as a leader, you want to exhibit to your sales team and potential employees the behaviors and the cadence you apply. And there's your perfect example. And I've had people look at that and go, oh, yeah, I'm interested in working because I've read what other people who've worked for you have said. Well, if other employees and parts of your team, if someone leaves my team, and I had someone leave recently who'd been with us through 3+ years, so, they'd done their work with us, they had an opportunity, And I said to him, if you enjoyed it, yeah, it's fantastic. I'm really going to miss working with you. Right, wouldn't mind writing a comment, would you? And I had them write, I sent them a link. I said, if you wouldn't mind, because what they'll put then is, well, I worked for this person and this is the, what I learned from them. This is the profile and brand I got. This is the value I got from them. Mm-hmm. Someone else who you're interviewing sees that. What a perfect advert, rather than you telling them. There's no good you telling them that you're brilliant, you work hard, etc. Mm-hmm. And you deliver value. And it's what other people say. It's that third-party recommendation.
Really important.
If you do a webinar and they say, fantastic, the audience loved it, great, fantastic, thanks for that. Or you do a podcast guest, or you do a blog and you get good feedback, fantastic, thanks for the feedback. Wouldn't mind putting it on there, would you?
Yeah,
because it's great telling me, but no one else is ever going to hear it if you tell me, and me repeating it to someone later. Great.
Yeah, no, I always go to that testimonial section, endorsement section. I think it's really, really, really valuable, and it tells people something about you, that people have actually taken the effort and the time to write that about you. Then it shows your value and the service that you give them, or as an employer.